Breathing out through the nose. Observing the movement that your breath creates. Feeling the space that you create throughout the rib cage as the lungs fill more and more and more. We're going to do a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing just to wake up the body. You're going to take your right thumb and your right index finger, place them on your nose with the two middle fingers running up the center. So yeah, if you're lying down, please make your way into a seated position. Then you close the left nostril, inhale through the right nostril, close the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. Then inhale through the left, close, exhale through the right. Breathing in through the right, close, open the left, breathe out through the left. Try and allow your shoulders to relax, your spine to remain long. And if it feels good, count the length of the inhale and match the exhale to be the same length. The next time you exhale through the right nostril, relax your arms, bring them down by your sides. And then staying sitting tall, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then just find that space and the length in the neck. So maybe just pull the opposite shoulder down. Maybe tilt the chin a little bit, explore that space. Doesn't matter where you go here. Just let it feel good. And slowly drop your chin down towards the chest. Change sides. Just a gentle tilt of the head. Slowly lower the chin back to the center. Then take a gentle twist. Doesn't matter which way you go. One hand crosses to the outside of the opposite thigh if you're sat cross-legged. The other hand's behind the back. And then alternate sides. So the inhale rotates and the exhale allows you to really feel the rotation. Anchor down through your hips. If you anchor down through the hips, we feel the rotation through the spine more. When you've done both sides equally, make your way onto your hands and knees. The hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhaling into upward cat. Exhaling into downward cat, pulling the belly in. Alternating between the two, finding that space and the freedom. If it feels good for your body, there's no rules. You don't have to staying in that same plane of motion. You can roll around. You can get into the edges of the rib cage, into the edges of the lower back. If you want to create a few little rocks side to side or a figure of 8 motion going on, then you're at home, so explore it. Let's waken the body up. On your next exhale, slide the toes together, butt down to the heels, child's pose. Reach the arms out in front of you. And just feel that space along the side of the body, underneath the armpits, all the way down to the hips. Inhale, back up onto all fours, upward cat. Exhale, downward cat. Step the feet back a little, lift the hips, downward dog. Soften the knees here, get the hips really high up. Then press the feet down to the floor one at a time, pedaling the feet out. And then feel free to explore your downward dog today as well. So maybe rotate your chest a little underneath the armpit. Or just roll around as nicely as you can. Lift your right leg up to find 3-legged dog. Keep the belly pulled in. On the exhale, bring the knee forwards underneath your body into plank. Keep the foot lifted. On the next inhale, find 3-legged dog. Exhaling, step the foot outside your hand, lunge. If it doesn't quite get there, pick it up, slide it forwards. Square the hips to the ground. Drop the back knee. Take a twist towards the inside of that leg, so you turn into the right. Stretch the arms fully. Hand down. Reach the arms up this time. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, spread the arms and feel that gentle back bend. Bring the hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Left leg rises on the inhale, 3-legged dog. Come forwards to plank, knee to chest on the exhale. Keep the belly pulled in. Feel free to drop the knee here if you wish. Inhale, 3-legged dog, long and tall. Exhale, step the foot outside the hand. Relax the back knee to the floor. Drag the hip forwards and down. Inhale, twist to the left with the left arm lifting, pressing the shoulder towards the inside of the knee. Ah, amazing, right? Hand lowers, then inhale, both arms reach up, grow. So let your whole spine be longer. Exhale, let the arms fall. Keep pushing that front foot into the floor, find the stability. Hands to the ground. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step back, downward dog. So we're going to do that again. Right leg lifts. This time your aim is just to let the movements flow, knee to chest. You come to the end range, pull the belly right in and up. 3-legged dog, stay long and tall. And as soon as you get to the end point, that's when you move on to the next movement. Find your lunge. This time, feel free to keep the back knee off the ground if you wish. As we twist, then sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let the hips sink as the arms open. Inhale, hands to the ground. Step back as you exhale, downward dog. Left leg rises, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, push yourself away with your hands back into 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot outside the hand. Stabilize the pelvis, find your twist. Stacking the shoulders and turning from the rib cage. Inhale, arms rise. Pull both of your hip bones up towards the ceiling. Exhale, continue to find that space through the body. Hands to the ground this time. Step forwards, feet hip distance or whatever feels comfortable into forward fold. Drop the crown of the head to the floor. If it feels nice, take hold of the elbows and just have a little rock from side to side. Or alternatively, you can place your elbows on your thighs if you wish to stay a little higher. Just allow the lower back to lengthen. Keep the weight for the center of the feet. On the next inhale, walk your eye gaze forwards along the ground slowly. Bring your hands to shins, so halfway up. Just take a moment. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then we rise to stand. Extended mountain pose. Standing tall and open. We're going to open to a gentle back bend here. So the most important thing to remember with back bends is that you're not bending from your lower back. We want the lower back to be long, and we're leaning back right from here, right from the just between the shoulder blades. So that the bending is your upper back only. Your lower back, you're trying to lift it up with your abdominals. Squeeze the bum, slide the tailbone down. So if it helps, you can place your hands onto your rib cage to can help you to get that lifting out of the hips. You may wish to take your hands behind your back and clasp if that feels nice. And then breathe, not just up into the sternum, the center of the chest, but sideways into the rib cage so the heart is fully open. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, soften the knees, hinge at the hip, forward fold. Inhaling, now you have a choice here. You can come halfway up into flat back extension, or you can inhale into your squat and then exhale into forward fold. Everyone step or jump back into plank. Toes or knees, exhaling, lower yourself down to the ground. Inhaling into cobra, hips onto the floor, shoulders back, or lifting into upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, lifting the belly to lift the hips. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Now if you're squatting, make sure your feet are at your squat distance. Inhale, roll up to stand, extended mountain pose. Exhale into back bend, let your arms go wherever feels nice for you. Inhale, extended mountain. So feel that lifting, lengthening the lower spine. Exhale, hinge at the hip, pulling the belly in. Inhale, either to flat back or to squat with the knees pressing out. You may need to have your feet wider than me in your squat, chest up long. Exhaling into forward fold. Step or jump back to plank. If you jump, take the weight into the hands, soften the knees. Exhale, keep your thighs and your belly and your bum squeezed as you lower. Inhaling, lift away from your shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Long, strong arms. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Adjust your feet if you need. Inhale, rise. Grow. Exhale, feel the energy in the body. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Either flat back extension on the inhale or hips back, chest up to squat. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump back to plank. Control the descent. Let your shoulders shift forwards. Your chest spreads open. You squeeze the elbows into your sides. Inhaling. Long through the front. Exhale. Downward dog. Step or jump in. Exhale, fold. Putting the chest a little bit closer to the legs this time. Inhale, rise. So we've got one more round of sun salutations to go. Exhale into the back bend. Breathing in, tall, long, lifting the sides of the waist. Now keep the sides of the waist long as you come into your fold. Belly draws in, sides of ribs squeeze together. Inhale, flat back or squat. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back, plank. Lower with control. Pressing down through the floor with the feet and the hands. Downward dog. Step or jump, feet forwards. And fold. Rise on the inhale. Gentle back bend on the exhale. We're going to bring a lot of energy into the body. And first of all, take your arms up to shoulder height. Squeeze the waist in and then just gently twist your chest towards the right side without your hips moving. Then inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist your shoulders towards the left without your hips moving from the front. Just do that a few times. So the rotation is through the upper part of the torso. Push your feet down into the floor to help stop your hips moving. And it doesn't matter if you don't rotate that far, especially as it's early in the morning. Now this time, once you've rotated to the right, keep your shoulder blades squeezed together. Take the right hand down to your back thigh. The left hand reaches up and over on the diagonal towards the back corner. Then inhale back to shoulder height, twist towards the left. Exhale, left hand to thigh, right hand reaches to the back corner on the diagonal. So one more time on each side. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed as you turn. That stops you from going too far more than where your mobility allows. Back to the center on the inhale, take the arms overhead. Step your right leg back. And I'm going to place the foot down into warrior one. So that means the back foot is, the heel is down, foot flat to the floor. The toe is slightly turned out to a 45-degree angle. Hips are square to the front of your mat still. If you find that that's a hard position to be in for your hips, step the back foot wider, and that gives you space to rotate. Now on the inhale, reach the arms up. Push the feet down into the ground. Let this be a really strong position for you. Really empowering position. So feel the sides of the ribs continuing to lift up. If it feels good, bring the arms down to shoulder height. We're going to take that rotation. So if you're in the back bend, bring your torso back up to a neutral place. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, rotate towards the right side. Take the side bend. Arms back to shoulder height, squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate towards the left side, find the side bend. Arms back to shoulder height, turn back to the front. Now this time, triangle pose. So just going to step the back foot out just a little bit, shift the hips back. So we're just turning the foot round so it's roughly parallel to the back edge of the mat. Reach all the way to the front through the side of the body. Rest the hand wherever it needs to go on the leg. If you find yourself leaning forwards like this, bring your hand a little bit higher up so we keep the shoulder in line with the leg. Now here, keep the inner thigh rolling outwards. That keeps this leg strong, pushing down through the inner edge of the foot. If your arm's starting to ache, feel free to wrap it behind your back. Hook it around the opposite thigh. Really feel this pose. Don't just be in it. Feel the strength in your legs holding you. Feel the strength in the side body, your torso, your core, by holding your body in this angle. If you can, take your hand off of the leg and reach it to the side. Take one more breath in here, one more breath out, reach as far as you can, and keep the legs the same. Take the arm up, reverse triangle. So reaching up out of the left hip and side bending over to the back, eye gaze down towards the back foot. Isn't that nice? Pressing down through the outer edge of the back foot. Windmill the arms down to the ground, lift the back heel, step back to plank. And then knees or toes, control the descent. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Step or jump feet forwards on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise on the inhale. Find the gentle back bend on the exhale, or just continue to reach upwards. Inhale back, arms to shoulder height. Twist towards the right. Exhale, side bend over. Inhaling, turn the other way. Exhale, side bending over. Inhale, both arms lift up. Exhale, step the left leg back to warrior one. Let the arms just rest for a moment. Just check your hips are level. Back foot securely into the ground. Back leg is long as well. A little bit of rotation out from this front knee to give your hips space. A little bit of internally rotating from the back thigh. Inhale, feel the lift. Exhale, open to a gentle back bend. Notice if your torso wants to rotate to the side, keep it square to the short edge of your mat. And then let it feel like you're pushing the ground away with your feet so you feel even more powerful. Let the arms come down. Really explore this. Do what feels natural. Torso comes back into a neutral position. Inhale, twist to the left. Keep pressing your knee out so it doesn't wobble in. Side bend over. That's how we stay stable. Legs stay completely still. Arms to shoulder height. Inhale, rotate round. Remember, it's just the upper torso that's moving. Exhale, side bend. Triangle pose. Adjust your back foot. Slide your hips towards the back of your mat. Reach your arm towards the front. Let it rest wherever it needs to along the leg. Now create space here from shoulder to shoulder, from hand to hand. You're lifting the arm away from the shoulder socket. Arm wraps behind the back if it feels good. Notice what your foot's doing. Sometimes it has a tendency to roll to the outer edge too much. Make sure the inner edge of the front foot is pressing down too. Inhaling, reach your arm forwards if you want the challenge. Squeeze the side of the waist. See if you can lengthen it even further through the reach. Yeah, amazing, guys. Remember, in your triangle, you don't have to have a completely straight leg to feel that space through the hamstring and the adductor. You can have a slight bend to the knee. One more breath in. One more breath out. Reverse triangle. Lift the front arm up, side bend over towards the back. Now here, anchor down through the pelvis. So we're pulling the hips down when we're getting that feeling of pushing down into the floor. So that way we can find more lift out of the hips and it feels so much more amazing. Bend the front knee, bring the hands to the ground. Step back to plank. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale. On the exhale, fold. Rise on the inhale. Exhale into the gentle back bend. Inhale, bring your shoulders right over the hips, tall spine, neutral position. Rotate towards the right, side bend over. Inhale back, rotate round. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, back to the center. Now keeping the arms wide. Take your right foot off the floor and let's find tree. So I'll face you. So your foot can rest lightly to the ground, below the knee. We'll slide the toes up. So we're not using our hands to place it on, we're just finding that control through the glutes, through the core to keep us lifted. And we're going to find that same rotation. So turn your shoulders towards the right corner, side bend. Remember, keep the movement small so you maintain control. Arms to shoulder height. Squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate the shoulders, keep the hips facing the front. Side bend over. Good job. Keep screwing that front foot or your left foot even into the floor. Let's do that one more time each side. Keep a really tight squeeze of both your butt cheeks. Lift up through the inside of the leg. Gently lower. Amazing. Relax the arms for a moment. Give them a little shake before we go again. So inhale, arms out to shoulder height. Slide the left foot somewhere up the leg. It doesn't matter where it touches. Even if it touches the side of your kneecap here, but it's just very, very light. Just keep pulling up and standing tall. Inhale, this time we're going to rotate to the left first. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Side bend over. Inhale back. Exhale. Side bend. So when you go into the opposite direction that your leg is, pull your knee backwards and that gives you a bit more counterbalance. Inhale back to the center. Twist. Exhale. Side bend. One more. Back to the center on the inhale. Take the arms up overhead. Exhale, gentle back bend. Arms spread wide or come down. Just remember exploring. Is the way forward. Take the arms back overhead. On the exhale, step the right leg back. So here, long lunge. I'm going to drop the back knee to the floor, well, just above the floor. Let the arms come down. Then here, you're going to stay with your front leg at the same height. As you reach the arms up again, try and straighten the back leg. It probably won't go completely straight, but do it from there without lifting upwards. So you get really intensely into the hip flexor of the right leg. Again, if it feels nice, find that C shape to create a back bend. Front foot presses down. Awesome. Step the back foot in. Let's do the other side. Shake the legs out a little. Inhale. Step the left leg back. Long lunge, arms up. Exhale, bend the back knee to hover it just above the floor. Let the arms come down. Take a breath in, then inhale from there. Stay low in the hips. Push out of the back heel of the left foot. Feel that deep stretch in the hip. Awesome. Bring your hands to the ground. Step back to plank and flow. Or if you want to rest, come into child's pose. But if you're flowing, bend the elbows, lower yourself halfway down, just above the floor. Inhale, push gently away from the ground. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Rolling up on the inhale, take the arms up. Feel the space, create that space. Feel the energy. Inhale, step your right leg back, warrior one, heel down. Arms to shoulder height. Gentle back bend, feel powerful. Let's take the rotation, bring the shoulders back over the hips. Rotate to the left first. Side bend. Back to the center. Twist to the right side. Press it in the thigh out. Outwards. Stabilize your hips. Side bend. Inhale, triangle. Adjust your back foot. Straighten the front leg. Lean. Open. Screw the feet into the floor. Inhale, wrap the arm behind your back. If you want the challenge, sweep the left arm forwards. Find that. Ah, yeah. Doesn't that feel good? Reverse triangle. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we're going to turn to lunge from here. So lift the back heel, lift the arms up. Bend the back knee, hover just above the ground. Let the arms fall, open. Then inhale, straighten the back legs, staying low. Yeah, really own this. Lengthen in every possible place that you can. One more breath in, one more breath out. And then we're going to step forwards. Oh, and try and come into tree. Arms down to shoulder height. Pull the waist in, hold your whole torso tight. Inhale, rotate shoulders to the right. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, rotate to the left. Side bend. Back to the center. Land the foot. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump back to plank, or you may choose to rest here if you want to. Continue to flow. Roll up to stand. Gentle back bend. Remember, keep the core tight in your back bend. Take the rotation. Doesn't matter which way you go first. Side bend. Feel, keep the squeeze between the shoulder blades. And then we're going to step back, so arms up. This time, left leg steps back, warrior one. Ground the foot, find length all the way down to the outer edge of that foot. Arms fall softly. Feel the energy lifting your heart and spreading it wide. Keep lifting up through the back hip, so the left thigh. Bring your shoulders back over the hips. Inhale, rotate to the right. Side bend over. Inhale, back to the center. Squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate. Side bend. Stabilize your front knee. Come back to the center. Triangle, adjust your back foot. Elongate the leg by sliding the hips back. Inhale, turn. Now here, your left hip, keep pulling that back. So you still have some weight through the left heel as well as the left ball of foot. Wrap the arm behind the back. Inhale, reach the right arm forwards if you're going there. Keep that space across your chest open. Reverse triangle. Push the ground away with the balls of both feet. Feel the power in your legs. We're going to turn to lunge. Ooh. So both arms come up, pivot on the ball of the back foot, bend the knees. Drop the back knee down all the way to the floor, or just hover it just above. Get the depth in that front hip, and keep that depth. Push the heel away off the back leg. Find that deep stretch in the psoas. Improvise here, let it feel amazing. That's all we need in the morning, isn't it? An amazing feeling in the body. One more breath in. One more breath out. Step forwards into tree. Ooh, if you can stay balanced, try. If not, don't worry. You just adjust as you need. Stand tall, squeeze the standing leg, arms lower to shoulder height. Twist towards the left side. Side bend. Ooh. Remember, small movements, happy to maintain control, as well as a slow speed. So let's go to the right side bend on the diagonal. Awesome, back to the center. Gently lower the leg. Inhale, lift the arms, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. For a moment. Maybe let the shoulders sway from side to side. Pull the belly in and up as high as it can go. Then hands down, step or jump back to plank. Knees or toes, lower yourself down to the floor. And this time I'm going to stay on the floor. Half bow, reach your left hand forwards, take hold of the right ankle. Now you can choose to go on the outside or the inside of your foot, whichever feels best for your shoulders. Then kick the ankle into the hand. So we feel some of the thigh lifting off of the floor and we get full hip extension. So that means space in front of the hip, in front of the thigh. Then here, pull the belly away from the ground. Feel the chest rise. Gently release, switch sides. If you struggle to find your foot, come onto your side instead, because it makes it a little bit easier to find that stretch in the first place, or you can wrap something around your foot to pull it in. Okay, let's switch sides. So take the right hand forwards, bend the back knee, the left knee, find the foot, inside or outside. Flex the ankle as well, because then it stops you from pulling the ankle into an uncomfortable position. Also try and keep the inner thighs as close together as possible. Reach through the front arm and slide the left thigh backwards. Gently release. Now you can either do both sides again, or we're going to come into full bow. This time taking both of the ankles, inner thighs close together. Squeeze the bum, pull the belly away from the ground, and find long arms here. If you're with one, switch over to the other side. If you want to take a quick break, then let yourself lower here. And then we come into it again. Now this can be a little bit uncomfortable on your hips depending on how solid your floor is. You might be all right if you're on carpet. It might feel really comfortable. But feel free to put more padding underneath at any point if you feel you need to. Take one more breath in. Try and pull your chest away from the floor. Try and pull your thighs away from the floor. And gently release. Let go of the legs. Let your head rest to the ground. Maybe turn your eye gaze to look on one side or face the floor, and just let your body be long, your spine be long. And bring your arms by your sides. Push back into child's pose. Allow your eyes to close when you're here. Feel the weight of your body pressing onto the ground. Gently rise. Sit back onto your feet. Keep your eyes closed. Readjust your seated position if you need somewhere that's a little bit more comfortable for the last few moments. Just feel the length and the freedom that you've created in your body. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Finding that moment of peace that you're going to take with you for the rest of the day. So set yourself an intention for today. I know we're at the end of the class, but for the rest of the day. It doesn't matter what it is, but sometimes it's good to have a little goal in mind that keeps you focused. Doesn't matter, even if it's just remembering to get dressed properly for the day. Or a little challenge to do a certain amount of steps, or to finish a bit of work or a bit of house cleaning. Or maybe it's just to give yourself a little bit more space for your own thoughts. Take one more really deep breath in. And on the breath out, allow your eyes to open. Make any adjustments you need. And yay, welcome back into Tuesday morning. How is everyone feeling? Yay, thumbs up.
Awesome, Cheryl.
Yay.
Really good.
Good, my pleasure. That went really quickly, didn't it?
Yeah.
45 minutes is way too quick. Yay. Well, amazing to see so many of you here this morning.
That's really good. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you all very soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.